Well, today I'm over in Big Greenbrier. I'm actually straight across the road from the entrance. This old house right here used to be one of the first restaurants just neck of the woods. And now the grandson of Greenbrier, Mr. Davis, lives there. Retired postmaster from Jefferson County. There's the entrance to Big Greenbrier there. Walk around here from the field. This old house right here is the old Richard Evans place. Part of it tore down when they extended the highway. Part of that right here. Of course, you got the river right down to there. And inside the right room of that house right there is actually an old log cabin. It could be tore down too when they built the highway. But let's go into Greenbrier and show you around. So when you're in Greenbrier, you drive in, of course, and enjoy the views along the water. Come up to the first pull-over parking spot. And right here, going back about 100 years ago, most people don't realize, you drive right through the center. Right here in the parking lot used to be where James Schultz's house sit, right there. We had a bunch of daughters who married Cantrells and Prices and other nearby families. And the old road came out to the woods right there, coming down from Buckhorn, back up right against the bank. Made its way around and pretty much connected into today's gravel road up there, paved road part of it. So let's just go on up and this is the next part. So here we are at the place along the river where a lot of people come and swim and take wedding pictures and whatnot. Well, it's the second parking lot. Got into Big Greenbrier. That little flat spot right there in the old days is where Gar Cantrell had his house. And some of y'all may know Wayne Cantrell, getting up in the years now, a cousin of my mama. He was born right there. Gar later became a well-known nursery guy, business in Gatlinburg, like 100 years ago. So we just drove in from there. We're at the second parking lot, house there. Got another store up there at the end of the parking lot. That's where Uncle Arthur had his store. He was Gar Cantrell's daddy, of course, and brother to my great-grandpa, and to my grandpa. Well, let's just keep on going up the road. It's early here on a Tuesday morning on my day off, so before the rain comes, let's show y'all around some more. So we've driven past the two first parking lots, and you come around the curve, there's a little spot here where you can park 4 or 5 cars on your way toward the Ranger house. And right in here is a little manway trail. Everybody kind of walks around, plays with it a little bit. And there's actually an old home place back up there to the right. That's where the Fishers, used to be Fish family, sharecropped on Uncle Arthur's land, had a house back up in there. And right across the middle of this field right here used to be a big house that belonged to John Whaley. I can't remember which John it was, but there's of course several John Whaleys. But he had a big house sit right back in there. You can still find the mound where the chimney used to sit. And then there's up behind the house up here, there's a gap. And you can hike it and go up over the ridge and dive down into Myers Holler. We've hiked it, we've told blogs about that before. Now, I remember Glenn telling me about how you used to cross the river right here and see all the big cornfields that used to be in the Price place. We're pretty much straight across from Henry Price home place on the other side of the river up there. Let's just go on up. Hope y'all are enjoying my little visual tour. So here I am about 200 yards below the parking lot from the ranger house. And of course you have this big field we just came up from, and that's part of that Whaley farm. And right back in there to the right holler, what I call a little horseshoe holler, is where Uncle Otter lived for a while, and Ed Branham lived, and a couple other people back in there in the old days. And when you're driving in Greenbrier, probably not really looking, just kind of looking at the woods, but in June Creek flows right down to here into the river. And right in there, it's kind of the old roadbed coming around, and that's where Ed Branham had his mill. It's right down in there. And then as you drive up the road, you may have just caught a glimpse of it in your right eye before. If you look to the right, the old road, that driveway right up through there, you can kind of see it. That goes back in, used to fork. One went up Engine Creek, one went back up the right in that little horseshoe holler. And of course that's where John Thurman Branch was. John Thurman, Russian war soldier, lived here for a short time. And that little wet branch that flows down that field is where his land obviously was, but he was gone by about 1830. So let's just walk on up to the ranger house here and continue our fun day in the briar. Right here is where Indian Creek comes flowing down underneath the road. Now Thurman Branch comes in right there. And of course you can see the ranger house up here, which back in the days of course wasn't there. And right there used to be a big old house of where Wiley Price lived. And Lee Price lived right back up in there this side of the trail going up the hill there behind the ranger house. I should add that right here, my great uncle Otter had a country store sit right here. And like I say, he stood up back up in that holler, right back up in there. There's actually a real pretty rock wall built right along the road here that over time has had, plows pushed dirt over and debris and just filled it all in and overgrown the rock wall, but you can kind of see the foundation in places, and used to run about a mile up through here, but over time it's kind of disappeared.